Hello there and welcome to the world of maths. In today's video, we will try to understand the meaning of rational numbers and mathematical operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division related to it. Okay, but before going to it, let's try to understand the definition of rational numbers. So here is the definition on your screen. Definition says that a fraction with non-zero denominator is called as a rational number, and here are some examples. Among these examples, can you see that a third number is nothing but a single number given to you? Is it a fraction? Can you guess? Yes, it's a fraction. Any number can be written as 1 with the denominator. So considering this part, 6 can be written as 6 upon 1 and it's a fraction, and that makes it a rational number. So isn't it nice? Okay, now let's move on with the first operation related to this rational number. The very first operation is addition, and that is first question on your screen. 2 upon 7 plus 5 upon 4 is what we need to solve. Okay, yes, Sonu, what you want to say? Yes, sir. I feel this sum is very easy because in the numerator we have 2 and 5. In the denominator we have 7 and 4. Okay. So that means an addition is the operation. So we can add directly also. So 2 plus 5 we get the answer 7 in the numerator, and 7 plus 4 we get the answer 11 in the denominator, and as a final answer I can say we get 7 upon 11. Isn't it right, sir? No? See, the addition the way Sonu said us is simple, but not that simple that the way Sonu did we have to also do it. The very first thing that we need to understand in these two fractions is, are their denominators equal? Because without making their denominators equal, we are not able to add them. We are not supposed to add them. So very first step is what to observe? The denominators should be equal, and over here denominators are 4, another one is 7, so you cannot add it. Okay, and moreover the addition takes place only in the numerator. Whether it is addition or subtraction, it has to be done only in the numerator, but before operating it we have to make denominators equal. So considering this part, we have to make denominators equal first, and we have two ways to make the denominators equal. The very first one is, observe the smallest denominator in the fractions given. It's 4. Now in 4's table, do we have 7? No, right? So what we have to do, we will do thumb dance. Isn't it nice? Here are two fractions. This is numerator, denominator of the first fraction. This is numerator and denominator of the second fraction. Now what we are going to do, if in the smaller denominator, bigger denominator is not coming, at that time we will do the thumb dance. What to do? This denominator into this numerator, this denominator into this numerator, and then again multiplication of these two denominator, and in this way we are going to make the denominators equal. Considering this part, very first we are going to do 4 into 2, right? After that we will give plus sign as it is because the operation is addition, and then we will do 7 into 5, correct? And in the denominator we have to multiply 7 into 4, and that gives the result 8 plus 35 upon 28. And now as the denominator is same for both the fraction, that is 28, we can add the only numerators, and that is 8 plus 35. That results in 43 upon 22. So Sonu, have you understood now? Yes, Sonu is happy. What about you? So our final answer is 43 upon 28, but you are not supposed to stop here. Now check whether 43 and 28 are divisible by any same number. Try to reduce it, and if they are not divisible, and that makes the final answer. So over here 43 and 28 are not divisible by any other number, and that is why my final answer is 43 upon 28. Here we go with the another one. Now the question is 2 upon 3 plus 5 upon 6, and the way we decided, very first step is what? Denominator should be equal before adding it, and for that we have to check the smallest denominator among it. So over here presently on the screen, smallest denominator is 3, and in 3's table do we have 6? Yes, of course, 3 2s are 6, right? So at that time we will be changing only first fraction, that is, or the fraction which has the smallest denominator. Okay, so over here the fraction is 2 upon 3. In 3's table we get 2s. So what we are going to do, we will multiply both numerator and denominator of that fraction by 2. So here is on your screen, we will do 2 into 2 upon 3 into 2, and the second fraction, that is 5 upon 6, will be written as it is, and that gives the result 4 upon 6 plus 5 upon 6. And here we go, our denominators are equal, both the denominators are 6, and then we can add only numerators. And what is the numerator? 4 plus 5, denominator 6, so that gives the answer 9 upon 6. But is it the final answer? Nope. What is the next step? We will see whether these both the numbers are coming in the same table or not, or can we reduce it? Yes, of course we can reduce it by 3, right? So when we reduce 9 upon 6 by 3, we get the answer 3 upon 2, and that is bingo one, right? That is our final answer. So we can say that there are few steps. We will check the denominator first. We will see that in smaller denominators table whether we get the bigger denominator or not. If we are getting it, then we will change only the fraction whose table you are repeating, okay, or you are telling. And if it is not coming in the table, then we'll do thumb dance here, here and here, right? Now let's move on with the next question. The next question is very important one, right? The question is 5 upon 36 plus 6 upon 42. Here both the denominators are not equal, and if you observe them, numbers are little with the higher order, right? 36 and 42. If we do thumb dance over here, right? Thumb dance nothing but the LCM method, okay? That thumb dance, the numbers will be there with the higher values, and we have to avoid it. So what is there any shortcut or shortkey to understand this sum? Yes, of course there is a shortcut way. Now what to do? If you observe the second fraction there, yes, 6 upon 42, these two, both the numbers can be reduced by 6 itself, right? So what we are going to do, we will divide that 6 upon 42 by 6, and that gives the answer 1 upon 7. And so we are rearranging the question, that gives 5 upon 36 plus 1 upon 7, right? And now it becomes very easy to solve the sum. Correct or not? Yes, of course. And now check the smaller denominator, that is 7, right? And in 7's table, we do not get 36. Then what to do? Thumb dance. 7 into 5, 36 into 1, and then again 36 into 7, right? And in this way we get the answer 35 plus 36, the whole upon 252. And when we add 35 plus 36, we get the answer 71. Isn't it right? Yes. And denominator we get 252, and these two numbers are not divisible by any other number, and hence that is our final answer. Alright, I hope you have understood all the other methods. And now this question 11 upon 17 plus 13 upon 19 will be solved by Sonu. Yes, Sonu, can you solve it if you have understood? Yes sir, this time I will not repeat the mistake. Now my fractions given to me are 11 upon 17 and 13 upon 19. So very first I will check whether denominators are equal or not. Over here denominators are 17 and 19, so I will try to make denominators equal first by doing thumb dance, because in 17's table I do not find 19. In that thumb dance I will multiply 19 into 11, 17 into 13, and then 17 into 19. Isn't it right, dear? You're doing well. Yes, you're doing well. And after doing proper operation, that is, it is given addition, so I will carry out the addition, and whatever the answer comes, okay, that final answer I will check whether I can reduce it or not, and if the reduction is possible I will reduce, or otherwise answer will remain same. Isn't it right, sir? Yes, yes, you are absolutely right. Yes, he has done perfectly.
Oh, now Sonu has understood the sum clearly. Here in these two fractions, 17 is the smaller denominator, okay, and in 17's table we do not find 19. So we will do our thumb dance, that is LCM method, according to which we will multiply 19 into 11 first, okay. Then as the question is of addition, we will give addition sign, and after that we will multiply 17 into 13, right? We are not supposed to stop here. We have to multiply these two denominator also. So 17 into 19 should be in the denominator. After this, we will carry out all the multiplications that we have come across. Presently over here, the answer of 19 into 11 is 209. 13 into 17, answer is 221. And in the denominator, we have 323. Here, after carrying out the multiplications, now we have to add only numerators, if you remember the stuff. Here, and after adding numerator we get the answer 430 upon 323. And now we have to check, is there any number which can reduce this fraction? And to our surprise, there is no number which will divide this. So my final answer is 430 upon 23. I hope you have understood the sum. Let's move on.
Children, whatever the sums we solved till now, they were of either improper fraction or proper fraction. What? You don't know the meaning of proper or improper fraction? Don't worry. Here, improper fractions are the fractions in which numerator is bigger than the denominator. Okay, and proper fraction are the fractions in which numerator is less than the denominator. And beside this, we have one more pattern of writing the fraction, and it is called as mixed fraction. Why called mixed? Because it consists two parts. First part as a complete number, okay, and the other part consists of fraction, and usually this fraction is proper fraction in which numerator is less than denominator. Okay, now what if these fractions are given in the addition or subtraction or multiplication? Our first motto or the first objective will be converting that mixed fraction into improper fraction. Always keep it in mind. Improper means numerator will be bigger than the denominator. Okay, now consider this sum over here. 4 upon 5, in which 2 is the complete number and 4 upon 5 is the fraction part. Okay, now what to do? We are going to multiply 5 into 2 first. Okay, and then whatever the answer comes, presently over here it is 10, and then we have to add 4 in it. So that gives you the answer 14 upon 5. Isn't it easier? Yes. Now consider one more sum. Here the sum is on the screen. 2 upon 7. So what we are going to do, we will be multiplying denominator and that complete number. That means 7 into 4, right? And now whatever the answer comes, we have to add 2 to it, and that gives you the answer 30 upon 7. Isn't it easier? Yes, of course. And now let's begin with the sums in which these mixed fractions are given for addition or subtraction. So presently over here the sum of addition is on the screen here. Now the question is 1 2 upon 3 plus 2 4 upon 5. Now very first objective is what? We have to convert that mixed fraction into improper fraction. Isn't it right? Yes. Now what to do? We will be multiplying denominator with the complete number and then add the number in the numerator. Okay, technique is simple. So here we go. Very first 3 into 1 and then we will add 2. That gives me the answer 5 upon 3, right? And then for the second fraction we will be multiplying 5 into 2, correct? Then the answer is 10 and we will be adding 4 to it. That gives me the answer 14 upon 5. Keep it in mind, the denominator doesn't changes, correct or not? In both the fraction, denominator remains same in the converted fraction also, correct? Don't forget that part also. And then afterwards, whatever the step we followed till now, same pattern we have to follow to add the numbers of the fractions that we are looking at the screen, right? Now what to do? First fraction's denominator is 3, second one is 5. Denominators are not equal. We will try to make them equal by thumb dance, right? And after completing thumb dance, what we are going to do? 5 into 5 plus 14 into 3, the whole upon 5 into 3, and that gives me the answer 25 plus 42 upon 15, right? And the moment you add the numerators, you get the answer 67 upon 15, the way you are looking at the screen. And now these 67 and 15 are not divisible by any other number, right? And that is why my answer is 67 upon 15, the final one. Isn't it easier? And now let's see the other one.
So boys and girls, here is the next question on your screen. The question of course consists two mixed fraction, okay, which consists first complete number and another one part is as a fraction. Okay, the first one is 2 3 upon 11 and second fraction is 1 3 upon 77. So my first target is to convert these mixed fraction into improper fraction. So for that I will multiply this 11 into 2, that is denominator and the complete number, okay, and whatever the answer get, we will add 3 to it, right? So 11 to that 22 and plus 3 we have to add 3 to it, we get the answer, so that 25 upon 11. And as the operation is addition, so of course we will give plus sign after that. Second fraction is 3 upon 77. So we will multiply 77 into 1 and then we will add 3 to it. That gives me the result 80 upon 77. Now here, as we have converted them into improper fraction, now we will follow the usual methods. We will check the smaller denominator first. The smaller denominator is 11 over here. Okay, in 11's table, do we get 77? Yes, 11 7 are 77, and that will be very helpful for us because we will change only first numerator and denominator. I mean to say first fraction, correct? And for that I will multiply that first fraction by 7. So and remaining part will remain as it is. So 25 into 7 upon 11 upon 11 into 7, that gives me the result 175 upon 77 plus 80 upon 77. So here, boys and girls, we have turned the denominators with the equal value, that is 77, and now as the denominators are equal, we will add only numerators, right? So after the addition of the numerators, we get the answer 255 upon 77, and that's what I needed. And after this, I will check whether these two numbers are divisible by any other same number or not, or the reduction is possible. I will carry it out. But presently over here, reduction is not possible, so we have to stop over here, right or not? Yes, of course. So 255 upon 77 is my final answer, and I hope you have understood this addition and subtraction clearly.
So my dear all, we have understood how to add these fractions, whether it is mixed or improper. I think you can solve it very easily. And next video we will try to understand how to subtract all these fractions. But keep it in mind, rules for this addition and subtraction are one and the same. We have to follow same method, same denominator should be equal, same thumb dance, and same by changing the only one fraction. Stay tuned for the more video, and don't forget to like it if you have liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe it if you have loved the video. Stay tuned. See you soon.